This weekend, we celebrate the birth of our great nation. I am so proud to be an American and look forward to celebrating with good food, great friends, and of course, ice cold beer. At 8, we believe in truth and authenticity. Our company is proudly based right here in Texas, and all of our beer is brewed right here in the good old USA. So, I've got to call it like it is. There are a lot of beer brands out there that are trying to cash in on this holiday by slapping an American flag on their package, regardless of whether or not they are truly American. So this July 4th, drink American, whether it's 8 beer or any other American-owned beer brand. And on behalf of all of us out here, we appreciate your support. Cheers.
All right, guys, so what you just saw there is former Cowboys star, legend, Troy Aikman promoting his real American beer, 8, okay? And he is taking some not-so-subtle shots at Bud Light, okay? That's exactly who he's talking about, which Bud Light is made by Budweiser. Budweiser is not an American company anymore. They are a Belgium-based company, and they've done everything that they can over the past 4 months or so to save their brand after the fallout from the Dylan Mulvaney advertising campaign. Okay, they've tried to gain back customers by pretending to be an American company, okay, by slapping an American flag on their beer. Okay, they got camo cans. They've partnered with Harley Davidson. They've done all types of crazy stuff except apologize for their marketing campaign that really offended a lot of their core customer base. So with that being said, what do I think about Troy Aikman's beer? Well, I think that any beer, right, that's an American beer is a beer worth supporting, okay, especially if they are not woke. Okay, I wholeheartedly believe in supporting American-made products, and I think that it is time to move past fake American beers, again, like Budweiser and Bud Light, and I think this Dylan Mulvaney campaign is a good reason to do so. Move past them, okay, and actually embrace beers that are brewed here in America. Like, again, Troy Aikman's brand, 8, okay, assuming that he doesn't go woke because he wants young people to drink his beer. Hopefully he doesn't, okay? Hopefully he's learned from Bud Light what not to do. Okay, we have Yuengling, who also ran into some trouble. Okay, I've been a Yuengling fan. They ran into some trouble when there was like an all-ages drag show that was being held at an arena or venue that they sponsor. Okay, so they didn't necessarily directly sponsor the drag show. They actually was sponsoring the nonprofit that manages the arena that held the all ages drag show. Okay, and when backlash happened, Yuengling said, no, we're not going to allow you to have an all ages drag show. Okay, and they actually raised the age to 18. Okay, Yuengling stepped in, did the right thing, and made the drag show just for adults. Okay, so I think that the backlash against Yuengling was a little bit unwarranted considering the situation, but also maybe necessary because maybe that is what prompted them to, I guess, take a closer look at what the nonprofit was doing that they are sponsoring and saying, hey, look, we're not going to sponsor you and allow you to be holding drag shows for, all ages, for kids. So, yeah, with that being said, I feel like we definitely should be embracing American-made beers. Me, myself, personally, when I have a chance, when I go out, I make sure not to order anything Anheuser-Busch. It's not even just a Bud Light thing. Like, for example, just a few... this weekend, I was actually offered a Corona, right? And I had to tell my friend, I was like, nah, I don't drink Corona, right? And I had to tell him all about the whole, Bud Light controversy and Anheuser-Busch and why I'm not drinking it, okay? And I love Corona, okay? I love Corona with the lime in it, but I said no, right? I said no, I would rather not drink at all, okay, if you are giving me the option of drinking something from Anheuser-Busch. I'm serious about it because I really do believe in my mind, I program myself to believe that if I drink any Anheuser-Busch products, then that makes me a questionable person, right? So I program myself to believe that, and, it's a little bit sophomoric, right? It's one of those things that you kind of do when you're a kid, but, I mean, it works, right? It works for me, okay? If I drink that beer, then that means that people are going to think things about me that I don't want them to think, right? In regards to you know, my personal life. So with that being said, Anheuser-Busch made the news again because allegedly, according to the Daily Caller, they fired the top Anheuser-Busch marketing executives, the woke executives, responsible for boycott. Okay, this is what the Daily Caller reported yesterday, and I want to read a little bit of it, and then I have to read some more news that have come out that actually are contradicting this report. So let's read here. The two top Anheuser-Busch marketing executives who were placed on leave amid the company shakeup no longer work for the brand, a source inside Anheuser-Busch confirmed in text obtained by the Daily Caller on Tuesday. Group Vice President for Marketing Daniel Blake and Bud Light Marketing Vice President Alyssa Hyenshell are, quote, gone, according to obtained text with a current regional head of marketing. The caller is granting anonymity to the source to discuss legally fraught internal company policy. Quote, to my understanding, if we publicly announce the word fire, it opens up the potential for them to sue us. That's why we said leave of absence, the source said in a text message obtained by the caller. Now, again, this is actually interesting because there was speculation about whether or not Anheuser-Busch would actually fire these executives. Okay, a lot of people were saying, look, they're going to place these executives on leave. They're not actually going to fire them, and they're just going to wait until the controversy dies down and then slowly bring them back into the firm and act like nothing happened. Except the controversy has not died down at all. In fact, Bud Light sales are actually the worst. They continue to go down. They continue to decline. They're the worst since the controversy started. People are continuing to boycott the beer, okay, no matter what. And yeah, it doesn't seem like that this is something that's just going to go away. So again, reports like this, considering the fact that the boycott has not stopped, it has not calmed down, I mean, it would make sense that Budweiser would say, well, you know what? This has been going on for too long. We have to, you know, part ways because you guys are responsible for permanently damaging our brand, which, I mean, that should happen, okay, in, you know, a capitalist world, okay, where, you know, you have executives that damage a company so much. Yeah, they should be on the way out the door when they make decisions like that. But again, considering the fact that Bud Light still is sponsoring some of these far left events, okay, that got them in trouble in the first place, I'm not sure if that's exactly what's going on here. But let's read more here. Quote, the wholesalers would have had an absolute heyday with leadership if they didn't remove her, the source inside the company also said. Quote, to be fair, Daniel Blake was actually awesome. I think he was just caught in crossfire, but also he did hire her, so that's a fault, the source continued. Quote, wholesalers were told they are both gone for good by leadership during in-person conversations. They already shifted all their direct reports to new people and the head of marketing, the source added in another text message obtained by the caller. Okay, so this is what they're saying. They're saying that, look, wholesalers were demanding that these people be let go because wholesalers are hurting. Okay, they can't sell the beer, right? And, you know, ultimately, again, they're giving Anheuser-Busch a lot of hell for it. However, Anheuser-Busch has come out and basically denied these reports, okay? They're denying claims that they fired its two top marketing executives. So let's read here. Anheuser-Busch denies claims it fired two top marketing executives responsible for Bud Light's disastrous Dylan Mulvaney campaign and maintains pair are on, quote, leave of absence. So let's read here. Anheuser-Busch executives have seemingly denied reports the company fired two top marketing executives who were found responsible for Bud Light's disastrous Dylan Mulvaney campaign. Now, remember, Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch tried to come out here and say, well, a third party was responsible. Okay, this story has changed so much, okay, in regards to who's actually responsible for this. The Daily Caller reported on Tuesday that the beer giant officially fired Group Vice President of Marketing Daniel Blake and Bud Light Marketing Vice President Alyssa Hyenshell, citing text messages with an unknown regional marketing leader at the company. Blake and Hyenshell were said to be taking a, quote, leave of absence amid backlash for the decision to feature the trans TikToker in a March Madness commercial. And when approached by dailymail.com earlier this month, a friend of Herenschild said, quote, she's not supposed to talk about it. She can't. But in a statement to dailymail.com, a spokesperson for Anheuser-Busch said they were still both on leave of absence. Quote, given the circumstances, Alyssa has decided to take a leave of absence, which we support, the spokesperson said, adding that Daniel is also taking a leave of absence. In the interest of our employees' safety and privacy, we're not providing any additional information. The statement echoes the one Anheuser-Busch executives made in April when it announced the two marketing executives decided to temporarily step down. But questions remain about their sudden departures in the aftermath, especially when Anheuser-Busch executives later claimed that the decision to work with Mulvaney was made by an outside agency without management awareness or approval. By Tuesday, reports were swirling that Herenschild and Blake had officially been fired from their positions, as an unidentified source at the company told the Daily Caller's executives only claimed that they were on a leave of absence to avoid a lawsuit. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what to believe here, right, in regards to whether or not they are officially fired or what. But what I do know, again, is based off the fact that Bud Light sponsored a pride parade in Toronto. They've also been sponsoring other events as well, too. I don't think anything's really changed, right? I think in their mind, what they're thinking is that the Dylan Mulvaney situation was a one-off, okay? They think that eventually this boycott is going to die down and that they're going to be able to continue to have their cake and eat it too, because that's what they want, right? They want to be able to market the beer to conservatives who are the bread and butter of the customer base, while at the same time also trying to market to their future customer base, which they believe is LGBTQ people and people who are very friendly towards LGBTQ people, right? This is what they believe, okay? And I think that's the reason why you're seeing so much back and forth in regards to whether or not these executives have actually been fired. This could very well be a situation where officially they're on leave of absence, but they're not actually coming back. Either way, it doesn't matter, because Bud Light is showing us from what they continue to sponsor that they're on board with the woke train, right? Like, they are a woke company, okay? They are going to continue to sponsor this stuff despite the backlash from conservatives, despite the backlash from Americans. And it's just all the more reason why the boycott should continue, right? It's all the more reason why their brand should continue to be tarnished. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. If this is what they want to do. Now, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with them sponsoring pride events. They want to sponsor a pride event, that's fine. But they better make sure that whatever event they're sponsoring doesn't include children, okay? If the event includes children, then they should do their job as a sponsor, do the right thing and say, no, we can't sponsor an event where you have naked people running around with children, okay? We can't do that, right? And I think that that's where the line is crossed for me, okay? If they want to do that, that's fine. I mean, they're trying to make money. They're trying to sell stuff, right? I get it. But again, it's this marketing effort that a lot of these companies are putting in, like, for example, when it comes to Target, and that company pushing their pride clothes on children, marketing it towards children. And this is something that Target has been doing for a long time, apparently, because this ad back from 2015 has actually went viral again on Twitter, and I want you guys to check it out. But again, Target has been doing this for a long time. And I'm going to actually take out the audio from the ad, okay, because of copyright stuff, but you guys should be able to get the gist of what the ad is about, okay, even without the music. But you can see the children, you can see basically, again, what they're pushing here in the ad. So go ahead and take a look. Yeah, so which marketing executive at Target thought it was a good idea to make a Pride ad with kids in it back in 2015. Who knows? But I'm assuming that it wasn't as controversial back then because, one, social media was in the earlier phases. Okay, it was before the pandemic. And also, you didn't see as much of that back then. Okay, so I'm just saying, man, a lot of companies have been on board with this stuff for a long time. Okay, and as you can see here, Bud Light is not really backing down. They're actually doubling and tripling down. They're just trying to thread the needle and hope that you don't notice, right? They're trying to hope that you don't notice. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.